Hello everyone and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host Rob Bentley and thanks for tuning in. On today's show we'll recap the 2016 Ferris State football spring game and spring practice, and we'll also check in with the Bulldog softball team, but we'll start first with Bulldog football head coach Tony Annese. And Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob. My pleasure.
It's been a while since we've talked to you, since last fall. Tremendous season again for the Bulldogs, back-to-back LEAC championships, and I know a lot of hard work's been put in since the end of last year.
Yeah, once the thing ends, it's almost like let's turn the page and go at it again. So young men have done a great job at that. We had great winter conditioning program. Kids have worked awful hard, and then spring ball went really well.
Spring ball wrapping up this past weekend with the spring game. Just talk first about spring ball as a whole and how the spring has went.
Well, the springs, we've overcame the weather, which is always a challenge. So we got all 15 practices in. And so that's good. The spring game was exciting. Came down to the wire, and I had to go talk to the defensive coaches at halftime. I said, listen, you guys are ruining this. Nobody wants to see great defense in a spring game. And so I told them they couldn't put any more blitzes and stuff like that in. And so in the second half, we were a little bit able to move the ball more effectively. But we split the group down the middle. And most of the time it doesn't work as effectively as it did Saturday, where we had a game down to the wire. But so that that's cool. The weather was unbelievable. It was a great day. A lot of people came out for the game, and so that's our goal, is to make it just a big thing for everyone to enjoy football again and be a top tagger together. So that was our goal was. And then play-wise, it was solid play. I thought our kids hustled really. They played the game hard, and I thought that for the most part we executed pretty effectively.
As we go to some of the highlights of the game, obviously a great crowd on hand and beautiful weather conditions. Chance here really for some young guys to get some playing time.
Yeah, we kept probably 6 guys on both sides of the ball out, not because of injuries, but other kids out because of injury, but 6 guys that we just kept out, because ultimately my goal was to get the unseen seen and see what they are in that spot. And so, young guys here. Deion Earl's a true freshman here running the ball, and I think Devontae Harrington here soon takes a bubble back to the house here. And so both true freshmen, both lightning. Obviously he's quick, and so it gave all our young guys a chance to play a lot.
5 quarterbacks, Trevor Birmingham throwing that touchdown pass, and 5 guys all vying to replace a 2-time Harlan Hill Trophy winner.
Yeah, there's Travis Russell there throwing it to Marvin Campbell, who both are true freshmen, and so that was good to see these guys execute. Travis here hooks up with Jalen Couch for a touchdown, but the quarterbacks, they were 25 for 35. 5 of them combined, and so the quarterback play was really good. Here's Reggie Bell taking off, and so we didn't want our quarterbacks to run the ball much and take off, so we kind of limited them in that regard. But I thought the quarterbacks played very well.
Talk about the play up front on both the offensive and defensive lines here in this game.
It's hard. O-line, the unit has to work together like it's 5 pieces in a puzzle. And it doesn't work that way effectively in a spring game when you've got a couple starters next to a couple, true freshmen, and that's how it worked there. And so we weren't as sharp, from a functioning together approach as we normally would be. D-line, I think, our defense, obviously, we got 9 of 11 returning starters back, so we got a lot of guys that are really strong players. And so offense is really kind of the work in progress more so than the defense.
Receivers had a nice day. Some receivers making some big plays with the football.
Yeah, Malik Taylor, we just feel like he's going to be a great one. Here he takes off and beats us deep for a touchdown, and he's just had a great offseason. And we wanted to use him more last year as a redshirt freshman, but we didn't. But he's going to be solid. This is Darius Jackson catching the ball in traffic. Lazon Hicks made some plays. We have very impressive plays. Here's Malik here again. T.J. Harrison makes a play here in the next play, I think. Markel Hines caught the winning touchdown. Markel's a transfer from Presbyterian, and we love what he has to offer. So all in all, a lot of good play from a lot of different guys.
Comes down to the final play right here, and a situation where maybe you could have put it in the end zone if it would have been a game situation.
Yeah, Trevor, I told Trevor and Reggie they wore yellow, so that means they couldn't get tackled. The rest of the quarterbacks were live. And I told Reggie and Trevor if they take off on a pass play, the ball goes back to the line of scrimmage. And so he knew he had to throw it in that situation, even though he probably could have stepped across the goal very easily. But he knew I wouldn't have counted it. So it ended up 22-21. And it was still fun. You know, it was very competitive and spirited down the stretch. Our guys almost acted like it was a ball game at the end. And afterwards I said, you know, you guys are going to forget about this game in 30 seconds. So, you know, I'm not all that worried about who wins and who loses the spring game. So it was fun, though. They really were spirited, and that's kind of what you're looking for.
You know, you've got a number of guys that have been leaders in your program that are training right now for a potential professional career. Talk about those guys getting ready for the NFL draft, and of course the guys that have stepped up and tried to replace them this spring.
Yeah, our guys that have left, they've had great pro days. Jason Vanderlaan went to Northwestern's pro day and Central Michigan's pro day. You know, showed out very, very well. He's had some private workouts with some different clubs. He's on the draft board of some clubs. So we feel like, you know, we're hoping he can get drafted. You know, hopefully down the stretch when it comes down to assessing all the things he can do for you that he will get drafted. Justin Zimmer, you know, he went to Michigan's pro day. I was there, and it was like astounding to see a young man just floor everyone in a weight room. He cranked out 44 reps at 225. Then he did a standing broad jump of 9.9, weighing in at 303. And so there's some numbers in comparison to D linemen throughout the last 10 years, and his numbers are better than anyone. So I think that he should be a draft pick. We'll see what happens. I think sometimes these guys try to, because they think they've got a hidden gem, and so they try to be, you know, really quiet about it. So we'll see what happens, but he's certainly a guy that I think could be a great NFL player and have a long career. And then we got 3 more potentially that could be in pro camps. You know, Antonio Agers ran the fastest time at Central Michigan's pro day, and Lamp did a great job at Michigan's pro day, and Troy Smith, from all accounts, has done well working out as well. So, you know, some of the pro scouts said, you know, you're going to have 4 guys in pro camps. That's amazing, coach. And I said, yeah, that's awesome, you know. But it's all up in the air from my perspective. I don't know, you know, it's all about kind of a beauty contest, you know, what my eye has as far as beauty and what another pro team or pro scout might be different. As far as replacing those guys, you don't replace them, you just try to be better around them. If we're better around them, everybody's better around our quarterback, whatever their quarterback may be, then we'll be okay. If everyone's just about at the same level, you know, we'll be challenged. Just same with our defense. You know, losing Justin Zimmer, it's obviously it's a difficult thing, but our guys around him have to be better for us to be good.
Well, Coach, enjoy the rest of the summer, and certainly looking forward to next fall as the 2016 season is coming soon.
Yeah, looking forward to getting on that golf course and relaxing and having some fun. We'll do some spring recruiting, but days like today, you want to be out there.
That'll do it for this segment of Ferris Sports Update. We'll be back right after this.